All right, welcome back, everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corners Sim Racing Series. 305 sprint cars this time at Lanier. Guys just finished up with the UMP Modifieds. Not their normal show. We know what you're thinking if you're used to watching on Sunday nights, but these guys decided special show after the holidays, brought the Modifieds in and the sprint cars, and they are out here. It got 27 305 sprint cars. We didn't get a chance earlier to chat with our feature winner. Technical difficulties prevented that, but we've got him here now. Brandon Hull, are you there, buddy?
I believe so.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm sure the fans are hearing you good too. Man, we didn't get a chance at the end of the modified race. I got to ask you, how did you get by the king of restarts on the green-white checker to end the thing?
Well, when that green-white checkered came out, it was like the saving grace, so to say. I knew I really wasn't going to have anything for him if that race stayed green, and on the restart there, I knew I was going to have to swing for the fences if I was going to do anything about it, and it's always questionable whether or not the top's going to be faster here. It's normally a late race kind of thing, and on the restart, I put it up on the fence and held it wide open and tried to drive around him, and it ended up working out in my favor.
Was a great run, and you picked up the win. And in chat a little while ago, I had somebody that right before that race even started, they said you were going to sweep the night. So you got the first one out of the way. What do you got for these guys here tonight in the sprint car?
Yeah, I know sprint cars can be a little tough out here, especially being open wheel, tight track like this. Getting together with somebody can be catastrophic, but go out there and give it our best shot, that's for sure.
All right, man, I know you got a bunch of people you want to thank for picking up that victory in the first one. We'll let you do that. We'll throw you back into the pool down there with those guys so you can go racing here in a minute.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, Brandon Hull won the modified race, but he had technical difficulties. Couldn't chat with us during the interview session for that. So we thought we'd grab him here since this was a special event tonight. Maybe get our interview in before race number 2. You can see the guys out here working the track pretty good. 27. This time had 24 for our modified series race a little bit ago. Like I said, I know if you're used to tuning in on Sunday nights, you see these guys in the street stocks and in the limited late models, but completely different deal tonight. They wanted to do something special. Ski Graphics decided to jump on board, help them out, get a big show going tonight. I know I got a couple of thank yous to get out there. I know Mr. Nichols, I see him back in chat. My brother, hand over my heart for you today, brother. Nothing but love. I'm going to call you tomorrow. We're going to chat. Hope everything is doing better for you today than it was yesterday. And a quick shout out to Miss Maddie Johnson. I know you are watching over on YouTube. A little birdie told me you really enjoy the shows, and we appreciate that greatly. So say hi in chat if you can. I know you're over there on YouTube. Guys, don't forget, like, shares, and follows from everybody, everywhere, all the time. And if you're over on YouTube and Twitch, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, drop by the Dirt Racing. Now we're growing our way to 10,000 followers, and we are within 200 of reaching that goal now. So trying to do that within the next 32 days. I'd like to plan a big event in January for our 10,000 followers, do something special. 4 minutes left in the practice session. David Konjerski quick in practice right now, 13,161. Jared Apel, Blake Johnson, Steve Nicholas, and Jordan Matson in the top 5. Looking down the list, Andy Gross, 8th quick. Ryan Fisher, 10th. Ricky Johnson, 15th quick. Reed Rundle, 20th quick in the sprint cars. I'm going to have to talk to that guy about that. Chris Johnson down the line a ways. Oh, say hi in the chat, guys. I know there's plenty of you watching. Don't forget to share it to any groups that you know that are sprint car, late model, modified, midgets. I don't care if they're pedal cars. Share it to every group that you know. Get these people interested in the sim racing world. It's becoming more and more of a popular genre for sure. Gonna wrap up Sunday night's scheduled broadcast. If you've been over to the page, you saw that we posted the broadcast schedule for the end of 2020 going into 2021. 2 shows on Sunday nights with the Hales Corners group. Show on Monday with Dirt Slingers, their 360 wing sprint cars. Then on Wednesday, go back to Dirt Slingers for their UMP modifieds. And over there once again on Thursdays for their Wicked Energy 410 Outlaw series. That's their Pro series. So back on track at least through Christmas and New Year's for full schedule shows each week. Practice kind of winding down here. Drivers kind of making their way into the infield drivers meeting underway. Gonna have to talk to JJ Schilling too. 27th quickest on the speed chart. Usually one of the front runners here for Hales Corners. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you tuning in. Just over a minute until they get ready to go to qualifying. We're going to head for the public address announcer here shortly. Let them get the invocation or national anthem in and out of the way. And we'll watch these guys do a little bit of qualifying and see where they shake out. Good stuff on tap here tonight. You were here for the first show. You saw a great race and a fantastic finish. Green-white checker finish there at the end. And Andy Gross led the second half of that race. And he is the best at restarts in this group. And he got snookered on the final restart. Brandon Hull snuck the victory away from him. We'll see if Mr. Hull can sweep of the night. It is time to head for public address announcer and our opening ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
right, big thank you once again to the Foleys. All 27 cars have posted time. RJ Tackman, 13.146 seconds. Atop the qualifying speed chart, Reed Rundle, Nick Sobiek, David Kinjerski, and Dean Burnt in your top 5. I think we're going to have 4 heat races in this one. Hello, Epi. See you in the chat there, buddy. Going to take a quick peek at something over here. So I need to cover up that screen so you guys don't have to see this. It's kind of ugly. So it looks like we're going to start 24 cars in our feature. Wanted to make sure that the numbers were going to work out in my head. They're still transferring 5 from each heat race, so that would fill up a 20-car field if they didn't expand it a little bit. So winding down to these guys will be back to their normal racing next weekend. Street stocks and limited lates. They will resume their points chases. Go grab their points right now and see who is leading what in here. I know things got shook up quite a bit last week with some of the mishaps that befell some of the drivers. So we will take a quick look at the limited late model points here. J.J. Schilling, 245 markers, tied atop the standings with Reed Rundle, Andy Gross, 10 markers back. And then it's Fisher and Trito in behind them. And taking a look at the street stock points, Reed Rundle jumped up to the top of the heap there. 255 points, 8 above Nick Sobiek, and then Andy Gross fell from the lead to third place. 11 markers out, J.J. Schilling in fourth, and R.J. Tackman in fifth in those points. So they will be back to that next week as we are ready for heat race number 1. We'll get down here on the front stretch. These guys already starting to roll off, so we will run through these very quickly. On the pole is going to be the Kierzik Electric LLC and number 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin of Blake Johnson. On his outside, the 48 car, Matt Urban. Row 2, inside the I-94 Raceway, number 17 from Slinger, Wisconsin, Dean Burnt. And on the outside of him, in the 67 machine, that's the Renegade Race Cars, Renegade Racing Machine of R.J. Tackman from Hartford, Wisconsin. Row 3, inside the Extreme Speed, number 16 of Randy Nicholas from Racine, Wisconsin. Now he's outside the GB Restoration and Repair, number 77 from East Troy, Wisconsin, Gary Budzine. And on the back row by himself in the 66 car, going to be Jason Enoch. So 7 cars scheduled. 5 go to the feature. Directly from the heat, face truck is in. The green flag is out. Heat racing underway. Lights starting to come on around the speedway. And it looks like Johnson about half a car length heading down into 3 and 4, trying to keep that 00 on the bottom. Got it a little out of shape. He's going to get turned around. That's going to collect Budzine. No, that wasn't Budzine. That was Enoch, I think. Dean Burnt, the 17 car got turned around. So Urban comes away with the lead. Tackman in second. Budzine came out of there in third. Now Jason Enoch from 7th to 4th. And then Randy Nicholas in the 16 is up to 5th. Johnson got it turned back facing the right way, but he's a great distance back, sitting in the 6th spot, and then Dean Burnt in 7th. But Urban, the beneficiary of all of the calamity at the beginning, and he's got a pretty sizable lead, 0.7 of a second right now. See Mr. Schilling in chat. Must have heard what I said. He's giving me upside down smiley faces, so Little disappointed in 27th on the speed chart from that guy, but hey, what are you going to do, right? All right. 5 down, 7 to go. Eat race number 1, Urban, Tackman, Bud Zine, and then Nicholas and Enoch side by side here. It's a good battle for 4th and 5th. Both guys in transfer spots, but race car drivers not satisfied with where they are. Always want to pass the car in front of them. Coming to the 5 to go mark. Now Enoch gets about 6-7 car lengths advantage over Nicholas. Urban has kept that 48 car right in the middle, and he is able to maintain 3/4 of a second over Tackman. Tackman's got about 7/10 of a second over Budzine right now. Enoch settled into 4th and Nicholas into 5th. That's your 5 direct transfer cars coming down to 2 to go. Lap car right in front of them, Dean Burnt in the 17 car, and he had all kinds of problems on that second lap there. Lucky to keep the 17 car going. But the white flag in the air for Matt Urban. Heat race number 1 coming to a close. Urban, Tackman, Budzine, Enoch, Nicholas, your top 5 right now. We'll see if they stay that way out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in hand, waving it over the field. Urban first, Tackman second, Budzine third, and then Enoch comes home in 4th with Nicholas in 5th. We'll see Johnson and Burnt in our B main. Let's talk to several of these guys in between races, and most of them unfamiliar with the sprint cars. A few of them had some time to get some laps in, but not as familiar as they are with the bigger cars. And right now we are going to heat race number 2. On the pole, the 21 car, Corey Funk. And on his outside, the Shark RC Bodies Gross Racing number 14 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Andy Gross. Row 2 on the inside, going to be the 99 car. You watched him win the modified feature a minute ago, Brandon Hall. And he is going to try to sweep the night if he can, starting inside row 2 in heat 2. On his outside in the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team, at number 43 is going to be Reed Rundle. Row 3 on the inside, the 34 car of Dean Gagliano. And on his outside, the Shark RC Car Bodies, number 112 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Chris Johnson. 4th row on the inside, he'll be by himself in that 56 machine back there. Be Randy Lyle making the 7th starting position. So 12 more laps. We're taking 5. We're moving them straight to the feature. The other 2 will be in a field of 8, and it looks like we're going to probably take 4 of them and move them along as well. All right, green this time out of 4 with Funk and Gross on our front row. We'll see how good of a start Mr. Gross gets here in the sprint car.
Green flag, green flag.
Was great in the street stocks, great in the late model. Did a pretty good job in the modified until the last start. And then he got bested by the guy that is sitting in the 3rd spot right there. Now drops to 4th as he lets Reed Rundle go around the top side. That's Brandon Hull. It's Funk, Gross, Rundle, Hull, and Chris Johnson, the 112 machine, in the 5th and final transfer spot. He is looking for more as they go through 3 and 4. Down to the inside of Brandon Hull, just not enough momentum on the exit right there. We'll see if Johnson can do something here on the exit of turn 4. Got the spot at the line that time. Reed Rundle now putting the pressure on Gross. Rundle's got the 43 stuck down on the inside. He is making a little bit of headway here. He is coming forward now. He's got second. He's going to start battling Funk for the lead here. About another lap, I think. Out of 2, got close to the inside right there. Almost touched the right front to the left rear. He may have the lead coming out of 4. Oh, couldn't keep the car stuck on the bottom, and Funk keeps the lead. side by side, second and third. Gross now starting to get the 14 car wound up on the top side. There's Rundle trying to keep it in the sticky on the bottom. Good run that time. He's got second, up alongside for first. If he can keep it on the bottom here out of 2, he may have the lead down the backstretch, and he does. New leader, Reed Rundle. Coming to 5 to go this time. Rundle from 4th to 1st. Funk back to 2nd. Gross is 3rd. Johnson 4th. And Brandon Hull hanging on to our 5th and final direct transfer spot currently. Back to the front. Gross saw what Rundle was doing. He's trying to go to the bottom now. Trying to keep the 14 car in the inside stick right there. Just not quite able to keep the right rear down where he needs it on the exit. That time, pretty good run. Too much momentum for Funk on the outside. Rundle starting to pull away from these guys. Best battle on the track right here for second. Rundle sees the 2 to go signal. Now Gross, slide job across the nose of the 21 car, put him up to position number 2, at least for the time being. Funk back to 3rd, still Johnson in 4th, and Hull in 5th, and I think that group of 5 cars is pretty safe if they can make one more lap as the white flag is out. Reed Rundle. Looks like he's going to pick up the win in Heat 2, and he'll take Andy Gross, Corey Funk, Chris Johnson, and Brandon Hull to the feature with him. Gagliano and Lyle will be in our B main. All right, Heat 3. On the pole will be the Extreme Speed Cyclone Motorsports number 7 from Caledonia, Wisconsin, Steve Nicholas. And on his outside, in the Burnside Motorsports number 55 from Franklin, Wisconsin, John Burnside. Row 2 inside, 18 car of Jordan Matson. On the outside of him, the RLV Faster Motors VLR number 23 from Big Bend, Wisconsin, Nick Sobiek. Third row inside, Zeller Transportation, Apel Racing Incorporated number 51 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Jared Apel. And on the outside of him, the CJR Pride of Tosa, number 64 from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Randy Brunner. And the back row, the 126 of Dean Wallach. Two down, 2 to go. We'll see if Mr. Nicholas can give us a good start off the front row, put some pressure on Burnside.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Did not get a good start. Mr. Nicholas did not, that is. And John Burnside is going to lead them down the back stretch for the first time. Into 3 and 4, almost 3 wide. They come off to the front stretch. Matson's got the inside on Nicholas. Burnside led lap 1. Now Matson challenging off the bottom. I'm sure he was paying attention to everything that was going on in the heat race before him because those guys found the bottom. And Reed Rundle made it work to get the lead. He's doing the same thing right here. Battle for the lead. Jordan Matson now out front off turn 2. Here comes Burnside. Brings it in hot into 3. Had to check it up a little bit. That's going to keep Matson out front. Burnside in second. Steve Nicholas is third. Nick Sobiak in fourth. And Randy Brunner in the 64 car hanging on to fifth. Ouch. Still Matson, Burnside, Nicholas, Sobiak, Brunner starting to lose touch with the front 4. Apel back here in fifth and Wallach in behind him. That's your 7 cars. Matson used the bottom to get the lead and then immediately went to the top side. Trying to widen out the track, it looks like a little bit here. Halfway home, heat race number 3. Burnside's got company. Nicholas is making a couple of different things work here. Going in high, diamond in the corner a little bit, and driving out the bottom. getting the car too far out of shape to actually make that work now. I think if he just commit to going back to the bottom, he might be able to get the pass completed there. Laps winding down quickly. Matson 4 to go. Then Burnside, Nicholas, Sobiek, and Brunner still your top 5. Those 5 still quite a ways ahead of even 6th place car here of Jared Apel. Oh, car upside down. Burnside in turn 3 and 4. No cautions in our heat races, so the 55 car will go to the pits, and then we'll see him in our B main. Just about a lap and a half to go. Matson, Nicholas, Sobiek, Brunner, now Apel in the 51 car, able to pull into the 5th and final transfer spot. He is starting to close in on Brunner. May end up 4th before this is over. Right now, Jordan Matson looks like he's easily going to win Heat Race 3. Steve Nicholas and Nick Sobiek 2nd and 3rd. And off the top side of turn 4, Randy Brunner hangs on to 4th in front of Jared Apel. We'll see Wallach and Burnside in that 8-car B main in just a little bit. Get ready for heat race number 4, our final heat of the night. Going to be the Scrub-a-Dub Car Wash Black Flag Racing number 8 from Waterford, Wisconsin. Peter Brees on the pole, and to the outside of him in the Pincala Auto Solutions number 41 from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, Ryan Fisher. Second row on the inside, the 1 car of J.J. Schilling. I actually think that says 70 on the side of it. And his outside in the 15 machine going to be David Kinjerski. Third and final row on the inside, the Sorens Ford number 11 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Ricky Johnson. And on the outside of him in that 4 machine is going to be Justin Blackburn. 6 cars in this one. Only 1 unlucky soul has to go to the B main. All right, lights out on the safety truck. Brees and Fisher to the green. That is the 10 car of Ryan Fisher inside row number 2.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Rough start on the outside row. Here comes the 11 car of Johnson down the inside. He's going to move all the way to 2nd at turn number 1. Now falls back to 3rd as Fisher got to run on the top side. Brees trying to keep the 8 car out in front off the bottom of 3 and 4. Nothing doing. Ryan Fisher leads lap 1. Schilling in 3rd. Ricky Johnson fell all the way back to 4th after a great start. Got him all the way to 2nd going into turn 1 on lap 1. Just not able to hang on to it. Justin Blackburn, the 4 machine, way out of shape. He was in 5th. Ricky Johnson finds the fence. Now Kinjerski finds him. 11 car of Johnson headed to the infield. So we're going to stay green. Ryan Fisher hanging on to the lead. Great racing at the front here. Brees not giving up on that inside. He's keeping the 8 car in there. He's keeping some pressure on Fisher until right there in 3 and 4. Now he's got company on the high side. Schilling right up against the fence in 1 and 2, and he's going to have momentum down the backstretch. Brees just not able to keep that 8 car down in the tacky stuff there in the bottom of 3 and 4. So he is going to fall back to 3rd. Fisher out in front of Schilling, then Brees. Now Justin Blackburn up to 4th, and David Kinjerski in a very injured race car has the 5th and final transfer spot. Only 5 cars still on the track. Ricky Johnson has taken his into pit road already. So we'll be coming down to 5 to go in the final heat race. Still all Fisher out in front. Now Brees starting to figure things out on the bottom. He's going to take 2nd down the backstretch from Schilling. And if he can keep that car down on the bottom here through 3 and 4, he may have it completely to himself. He led it that time, but not by much. Too much momentum from Schilling off the top side. Schilling going to run the car wide. A lot of momentum. Can keep his foot in that thing, and he goes back around Brees for 2nd. Inside 3 to go. 2 to go this time. Still Fisher, Schilling, Brees, Blackburn, Kinjerski. We're watching the top 3 right here. Been a pretty good battle for second. Fisher sees the white flag. Looks like he's going to easily pick up the heat race win if he can keep it on all fours. He is going to do so. Ryan Fisher winning heat race 4. J.J. Schilling, Peter Brees, Justin Blackburn, your top 4, and David Kinjerski. Gonna limp the 15 car around and take the 5th and final transfer spot to the feature. So we will get ready to have 7 cars in the B main. And actually, we're not going to even get to have a B main. I guess they eliminated everybody, went straight to the feature. So we've got 20 cars all ready to go for this. I was expecting a B main and a couple more transfers, but they didn't do it that way. So it's going to be Funk and Budzine on row 1, Schilling and Nicholas in row 2, Gross and Tackman in row 3, Ryan Fisher, Jordan Matson in row 4, Reed Rundle and Matt Urban in the 5th row, Nick Sobiek and Peter Brees row 6, row 7, Jason Enoch and Chris Johnson. The 8th row will be Randy Brunner and Justin Blackburn. Row 9, Randy Nicholas and Brandon Hull. Hull's got his work cut out for him now. If he is going to sweep tonight, he has got to pass 17 cars to do so. And our back row, Jared Apel and David Kinjerski. Yeah, they do have them powered down pretty good. So 40 green flag laps. We're going green this time out of turn 4. Special night of racing for the Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing guys, and they are underway in the 305 sprint cars. Green flag over the field, and Corey Funk got a fantastic start out in front of these guys, way out in front when the green fell. That is going to give him a pretty good advantage, at least for the time being. But J.J. Schilling off the bottom side now, trying to close in. Here comes Budzine and Andy Gross, a 14 car, with a good run, setting in 4th. Battle at the front already at the end of lap 2. Schilling through the middle. He's got the lead. J.J. Schilling out in front, finished 3rd in the mod race a little bit ago. So leading this one, Peter Brees, the 8 car. Looked like he was just getting underway, but I think Nick Sobiek, the 23 car, might have been backwards here. Out of turn 2, they were 3 wide in front of him. A little bit of contact, nothing crazy. He gets to the inside of Rundle. Oh, gets Rundle turned around. That is what brought out the caution, as Sobiek got up on the inside of Rundle there, and open wheel cars do not like to touch each other. So Schilling, Funk, Budzine, Gross, Nicholas Fisher, Matson, Tackman, Urban, and Hull, the top 10. Brandon Hull already 7 places improved in just 3 laps. Remember, caution laps do count in this series. These guys are going to get 2 wide. Ready for the restart. Funk and Schilling on the front row. Green flag back in the air. Corey Funk with another good start. He was a pretty good distance in front again. He's getting great starts, but they are not working out for him. Now Gross was on the inside. Schilling was on the inside of that, and Schilling comes out with the lead. Andy Gross working the inside on Funk, and he's got second away from him. 2 cars we're used to seeing go 1-2 here. So once again, caution, 77 car of Gary Budzine into the outside fence. He was back here battling for 6th, 7th, 8th. make it ninth now. 3 wide on the bottom there. This is out of 4. Move a little contact with Jason Enoch, and then up on the inside, I think, was Chris Johnson. And that got the 77 car spun around. So he will go to the back. We will wait to re-rack them. Do it again. 25% of the way home already. All right, doubling the cars up. Going to restart. 29 laps remain. Long ways to go. Pace truck in.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back over the field, and Andy Gross with a great start. He is going to jump out to the lead out of turn 2 over Schilling. Then Funk is third temporarily, but here comes Ryan Fisher, the 41 car on the top side. Comes out of 4. He takes away third place. 2 wide behind that. We'll see if those hold up. As the 7 car of Steve Nicholas in a bit of trouble. He was inside the top 10 here. 3 wide down the back stretch. Little contact. Matson was on the outside. Hull was on the inside. Here comes Johnson again up the hill. Right rear into the fence. That is really hard on equipment. So one more time around, they'll get 2 by 2. Maybe they're going to go single file here. Watching out in front. Does the lights look like they are still on the pace truck? So we'll see if they get 2 by 2 for the restart here. Looks like they're going to stay single file. We're going to keep our eyes back here. 6th place. He started 17th and he is up to 6th. We're going to watch Brandon Hull on the restart as soon as we see the pace truck drop in. Gross, Schilling, Fisher, Funk, and Urban are our top 5.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. We're watching the 99 car, Brandon Hull, right here on the restart. He has been picking people off steadily every single time they have gone back to green. Right in there behind Urban. That time, Matson slide job on him. Going to have caution again, it looks like. Saw car go to the inside fence. Maybe he's going to hold it there and not bring out a caution. But here comes Hull back against Matson. Caution once again. Randy Brunner in the 64 car possibly is who I saw go sideways. Yes, right off the nose of Sobiek. Had the car stuck against the inside fence right there. And this right here is what brought out our caution. So minus the front nose wing, he is going to rejoin the field. At the back, Reed Rundle back here 19th, 18th. Only 1 car out of the race, Steve Nicholas, the 7 car. Still Gross, Schilling, Fisher, Funk, Urban, then Matson, Hull, Tackman, Kinjerski, and Blackburn, the top 10. Right now at the halfway point. Lights off on the pace truck. Looks like single file on the restart. Get the guys ready to go again here out of turn 4. 19 laps.
Green, green, green.
Remaining in this one, green flag back in the air. Gross. 3-car nose to tail train under the flag stand that time. Urban looks for a spot on Funk, and he's got fourth away. Now looking for third against Fisher. And Fisher's using the high side. Too much momentum right there. This time Urban slide job, right rear into the left front. Got to make a choice there, and it looked like Mr. Fisher. Just going to be a caution right here once again.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Cars sideways. Gonna say that's R.J. Tackman that got into this one. I wasn't sure if it was him or not. He got 3 wide there, had a little bit of contact from the inside and the outside. He found Kinjerski. And that's what's going to bring out the caution. That car too far sideways for too long with too much traffic coming. So Gross and Schilling went third and second in the mod feature, and the 99 car of Brendan Hull won that. Now Hull's car is in the infield, so it does not look like a sweep is in his future. Got the 48 car of Matt Urban in third, and then Corey Funk and Jordan Matson as we get ready to go back to green with 13 laps remaining. Green flag back in the air. That time Gross gets a big run to get away from Schilling. Matson down the inside, a lot of pressure on Urban. Wasn't able to do much with it. We're going to keep our eyes back here on that group. Matson was on the inside. Now he's 3 wide. Funk was on the top side. Fisher was on the bottom. Now Matson side by side with Urban. That's for 5th. Jordan Matson, the 18 car, Matt Urban. It says 99 on the wing, but it's a 48 machine. Yeah, he slides Funk. Funk's going to clip the fence. Matson slid up on Funk, bumped him into the fence. That opened the door for Urban to jump into third position. Oh, Matson with the car a little too straight, getting down in the corner, had to really jump out of the throttle. He's going to lose a spot because of it. Ryan Fisher, the 41 machine, is going to go around. Here comes Funk back on the inside, and he gets into Matson.
Caution is out.
So Jordan Matson. You get down here into 1 and 2. You see the door open a little bit. Funk gets in there. Just couldn't keep it pinned on the bottom. And he got into Jordan Matson right there. There's going to be around 5 to go when we get the green back. Gross, Schilling, Urban, Fisher, Apel, Blackburn, Kinjerski, Nicholas, Enoch, and Budzine. And Gary Budzine was up front early, ended up getting spun out. Now he is back inside the top 10. So they stay single file for the restart. 5 to go this time. Green flag coming back out. Pace truck is in. Green flag back over the speedway. Another good start for Andy Gross. This time Schilling's got company. Urban down to the inside. Urban's got second as he slams the door on Schilling. Schilling had to back the car up. Here comes Apel. Jared Apel had third for a second, but Schilling takes it back. He's got Fisher right behind him. Apel's on the bottom. This is third, fourth, and fifth. Urban now is settled into second. 3 to go this time by. That time Schilling off the top side, Fisher off the top side. Both go around Jared Apel. That they move up to third for Schilling, fourth for Fisher. 2 to go. Here comes Matt Urban. He is closing in, putting the pressure on Gross this time. Trying to find that line to run where he's got just a little bit more grip, a little bit more momentum. He had it through the middle, now goes to the top side. White flag in the air. Battle for the lead on the last lap. Urban loses ground out of 2. Can he make it up in 3 and 4? Gross covers the bottom. Here comes Schilling out of 4. Gross is going to win it. Urban was second. Schilling into third. And maybe not, maybe one too many touches and a DQ for Urban. So let's see what we get here. Let's see who is going to park the car where. Sure what Andy Gross is up to here. He is going down into turns 1 and 2. We will wait for him to bring that 14 car back here to the front stretch for us. All right, we'll take it this time. And we will talk to Fisher, Schilling, and Gross. All right. Ryan Fisher, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, interesting turn of events at the end there. You come home on the podium, man. Kind of a strange feature, especially considering it was sprint cars and not late models or street stocks. But how was it out there in a different mod tonight?
Yeah, these sprint cars are kind of a hoot. I mean, 305s don't have a whole lot of power, so it's a lot of momentum cars. So it's like I drive go-karts in real life, so like very at home with the momentum stuff. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it looked like you were kind of running around there chasing Schilling, and you guys were using the top side. You were making up some ground. I know momentum, but the long way around in momentum sometimes not necessarily going hand in hand.
Yeah, no, I got behind JJ. I started trying to follow him. I saw we were catching up. I tried running some practice, and I thought the bottom would be pretty good, and I didn't want to try it down there. It looked like the top had enough.
Well, still a great run. You come home on the podium here. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
I actually want to thank my Uncle Donnie for my modified earlier. I didn't make it in the modified, so I wanted to thank him. I actually got a Wayne Mojeski style sprint car here. He's a really good friend of mine from the car track in real life. He's a super nice guy. So just those two guys.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and I look forward to seeing you next week back in your regularly scheduled vehicles.
Yeah, thank you, Roger.
Ryan Fisher finishes third. Let's talk to JJ Schilling here. Jason, you got a copy? Light lit, but no sound. Let's keep trying.
Oh, here we
there
go.
we go. There we go. There he is. Well, I got it wrong. I thought that car had a 10 on it. It does have a 70, but man, talk to us about this feature race here in the sprint cars. This is not you guys' normal gig. So tell us how much fun you were having out there running that sprint car wide open on the top.
It was fun in the closing laps. The first 20 or so was just a bottom feeder. Then on the last one, I had to go try the top since no one else was doing it.
Well, a lot of moves towards the end, and you battled there inside the top 5, but just not able to come forward to the last few laps. You had a shadow right behind you. Did you know that Ryan was there?
Oh, without a doubt. All I could see is a blue wing right in my mirror.
Well, a great run, you guys. All once again chasing Andy Gross. So how's that guy keep getting it done in front of you guys?
No clue. He's way too smooth for this.
Fantastic run, man. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you celebrate a great second place tonight?
Just 101 designs for the sprint car.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. I look forward to seeing you guys next week back in the mods and the street stocks.
Yep, see you next week.
JJ Schilling tonight. Second place driver will get our winner up here. This guy just keeps getting it done. Comes home second in the modified race. Brings it home on top of the podium tonight, the 14 car of Andy Gross. Andy, you there?
Yeah, you got me, Roger.
I got you, buddy. Well, you pulled it off here. A great run for you. You got the lead early, and you kept it. Talk to us about sprint car racing here, especially considering that you did so well in your modified earlier.
Yeah, sprint car is definitely a whole different ball game, and once I kind of got it figured out how to get through the black and keep her pinned on it, I was just trying to hit my marks every lap.
Well, a great race, man. And like I said, once you got out front, really not a whole lot in the way of challenges. A couple of late race restarts. Were you worried about restarts this time?
Yeah, I was pretty worried about the restarts as I don't have a lot of experience in the sprint cars, but I just got a little bit of luck on my side for that one.
All right, man. Well, a fantastic run again. You pick up the win in the sprint cars. Who's on the car this time before we let you go celebrate with your team?
Yeah, I want to thank Dave Kajerski, Ski Graphics. Obviously, he does all these paint schemes and does a knockout job on them. Paul Peterson with Shark RC Bodies for Dirt Oval RC Bodies, as well as drag racing bodies. And then Nate Nowak from Henco. They supply all the consumables for water jets nationwide. So I just wanted to thank those guys for all their support, and my wife for letting me do this on a Sunday night. It's been a blast.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you back in your regularly scheduled vehicles next week.
Thanks, Roger. I appreciate it. Thanks for the broadcast, and also want to get a shout out to Scrub It Up Car Wash. But we'll see you guys next week.
All right, your winner, Andy Gross. Quick look at our final results. Special event tonight. Second race. First race was the modifieds. This was the 305 sprint cars. Andy Gross picks up the win. J.J. Schilling in second. Ryan Fisher third. Jared Apel in fourth. Fifth to Randy Nicholas. Justin Blackburn was sixth. R.J. Tackman seventh. Jason Enoch in the eighth spot. Peter Brees comes home ninth. Reed Rundle was 10th. 11th to Jordan Matson. Gary Budzine in 12th. Randy Brunner 13th. 14th to Matt Urban. David Kinjerski in 15th, Corey Funk 16th, Nick Sobiak was 17th, 18th to Chris Johnson, Brandon Hull in 19th, and Steve Nicholas with an early exit finishes 20th. Regularly scheduled programming next Sunday. They will be back in the street stocks and in the limited late models. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. Don't forget, like, shares, and follows on Facebook. Come by the page, The Dirt Racing Network. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, subscribe to the channel. You know every time we go live. Tomorrow night, Dominic Santina back on air with you. Dirt Slingers 360. Monday Night Thunder presented by Tim Sims. 8 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget to tune in. Until then, guys, for myself and Dominic, we want you guys to keep it dirty, and we'll see you next time. Good night.